Impact Radio.
Let's go!
With Sir Blackston and the Masked Hope.
Raw Impact Radio, I am Sir Blackston. He is...
And still reigning, defending, undisputed Raw Impact Radio champion, the Masked Hope.
You know what's wild about this is every week there's like some sort of turmoil around you getting this damn championship out in the frame.
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Every time I have it right here.
Of course you do. It's always just right there, just near. What's going on, brother?
Oh, another crazy week in the world of wrestling. So much wrestling this weekend. It's hard to watch all of it, but I made time.
You made time and watched all of it. That is awesome. I'm going to ask you all of the questions.
Please don't.
Bro, a lot of stuff happened, man, between Edge and DIY and all of the Punk teases. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to catch up with. Of course, this is, what is it? Fastlane is this weekend, so we're going to have to do our predictions. And I'm going to take back what is rightfully mine. I'm out of my little rut. I got this thing down pat. Now, of course, I've not seen an episode of SmackDown since like August, but you know what? I can still, I can make it happen. So,
you know what? I want you to take this. It's my shoulder. I'm gonna need a brace after this. This has been rough on the old shoulder.
He's like, I really have been carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders.
It feels like it. I understand what they mean now. World champion, you carried the weight of the world.
So we're going to do all of that, and we're going to do Q&As, and we'll be right back after this.
Sir Blackston.
Oh, motherfucking Moss.
The Masked Hope.
I hate when they make these groups and then they lose. How are they going to get over losing?
Raw Impact Radio.
Raw Impact Radio. It is your world champion and genetic jackhammer, the Masked Hope. Along with my co-host, the man with the world's biggest grapefruits, Sir Blackston.
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I've been meaning to get that checked out. When you're riding your bike, all right, make sure that you've got some sort of support down there, dude. You'll have the world's biggest grapefruits. It's literally a problem. It is a huge problem. You know what I mean? But I carry the weight of the world down there with the intent and purpose of remaining as healthy as possible. And if your balls are the size of grapefruits, just you've got to check yourself out. And speaking of checking yourself out, you see, just peep the segue here. And speaking of checking yourself out, October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is the reason that we're rocking the pink. We don't have a partnership with these folks, but nationalbreastcancer.org. You can find a lot more information about breast cancer, where you can go and find and get a mammogram. It's very important. Stay on top of it. Stay healthy. The number is 1-800-422-6237. I'm sure you didn't expect it to turn out like that. I know you didn't expect it to turn out
like that. But that was a perfect time. It couldn't have gone any better.
Bro, I don't know, man. That was great. You set him up, I knock him down, man.
That's what I'm saying.
If we can do this for the rest of the show, we'll be great. So, bro, man, Edge is now all elite. I'm sorry, Adam Copeland is now all elite, man. What's going on?
Oh, I'm super excited about this. Apparently, this is the world's most worst kept secret, because everybody backstage in WWE and AEW already knew this, according to Fightful.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty much a foregone conclusion if you listen to some folks, like as long ago as a month, that Edge would be headed over to AEW.
But I heard from August this was the plan.
Yeah.
Like while he was still having matches.
Against Sheamus and whatnot. They're like, well, this is probably it. So good thing we hyped this match up. I did not see his last match now that I think about it. I didn't see his match against Sheamus.
Did I? I don't even remember if I did.
Yeah. There's a lot of back and forth about, oh, well, he betrayed WWE. Why is he going to AEW and all of that stuff? Man, look, somebody, I forget who it was, but they said it best. He said, for years, we clamored for another promotion so that way there could be some level of competition. So that way, the WWE could get pushed. And that's what we wanted. That's what we have. Don't bitch about it now. You know what I mean?
That's exactly what happened. WWE was stagnant, and they actually got competition, and they got so much better.
Yeah.
Tremendously better. They can't just be like, we don't care, we'll put anything up, and they'll watch it. Because now you actually have to compete with somebody. You actually have somebody that's going to do better than you and take your audience.
2017, 2018 WWE, stale. Like a piece of bread you could have put in a sock and beat the shit out of somebody. Stale. But now they've got actual things going on, man, and it's light years ahead of where they were. Now, granted, we do get the same match over and over again.
Yeah.
But that's to be expected. There's only but so many people on the roster, right? Now there's one less.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse. There's so many people back there not being used.
They're over stuff. They got so many people that they don't use. It's crazy.
It is. So I'm very excited about Edge. Another thing that they were saying, if you're a what's a profession?
Carpenter.
If you're a carpenter, right? And you carpent over here, and now you leave from there. Are you supposed to only exclusively be associated with that carpentry? Let's call it WWE carpentry. Are you only going to carpent for WWE? Or now that All Elite Wrestling Carpenting is open over here in Jacksonville, so now so now you're not going to carpent over here in Jacksonville? Are you supposed to just be without food? Are you supposed to not carpent and not share your gift with the world? No, you do what you can where you can. And if it's not in WWE right now, the hot spot is AEW. Why wouldn't he?
No, I am not for company loyalty at all. Yeah, go wherever makes you happy and wherever makes you the most money.
Right. And it's like out. Folks forget. It's not their pockets.
These people ain't doing nothing for me. If I lose my house right now, WWE ain't gonna come in and swoop in and help me out.
Facts. So now that he is in AEW, man, what do you hope to see from Adam Copeland?
Dream matches. Give me now I don't remember anybody I wanted him to be.
I want to see him with Swerve, man.
That would be interesting. Oh, of course. I want to see him face Christian.
Yeah.
I want to see him team with Christian.
I want to see him team with Christian.
Hardy Boys versus Edge and Christian one last time.
I mean, the Dudleys. Boys, where are the Dudleys?
They signed WWE though.
Oh, fuck it. All right, never mind.
Yeah, they signed that Legends deal. I think that's why WWE did it. It's like, oh, Edge is leaving. Like, we ain't gonna get this triangle thing again. But I'd love to see Edge and Christian versus the Young Bucks. That's not something I ever thought about, but it should be interesting to see.
You know what's wild is that Edge is damn near 50. Christian is damn near 50. Those guys can go, man, very well. And man, nothing is off the table right now, and I'm excited about that. I like that. I do want to see, honestly, I want to see Edge cut a completely unfettered promo on somebody as a heel in AEW. I want to hear that.
I want to hear him cut it on MJF.
Oh, man, Edge MJF is going to be great.
That would be nasty.
Ooh, man. Is Edge's... Yeah, no, that's going to be awesome, man. I'm excited about all of that. The other, was there any other big news that came out of WrestleDream aside from Edge? Because that was, and his presentation is the same. He's got the same music. He's got the same pyro points and all of that.
But, did you see that match with Darby Allin and Christian though?
Man, I saw like the very end of it. Yeah, I saw I think it was maybe about 5 or 6 minutes in by the time I got to it. That shit was nasty.
Bro, it's crazy to me that Christian doing stuff like that when he's injured like that, bro. He took some moves onto the exposed wood, and he gave some moves onto the exposed wood of the ring. It's just wild. I was getting nervous with that. He looked like he was going to suplex Darby onto like the exposed steel steps. I was like, please don't do this, Christian. Right? He didn't do it from the inside of the ring. He did it from the outside of the ring. It looked nasty enough. But what scared me was he like tried to pick him up, and it wasn't working out so good. I was like, please don't kill this man on national television. And it turns out paralyzed.
Yeah, Darby actually he actually got injured in the match.
Oh, I don't even know. I didn't hear anything.
Yeah, it sounds like he was actually legitimately injured.
Well, honestly, with all the stunts Darby Allin does, when isn't he injured?
It could have been from anything, yeah. Oh my God, I'm just thinking back, just because you said that, him falling down those stairs, those concrete stairs, and I'm like, why do you want to subject yourself to this?
Yeah, right. like a fan of Steve-O or something.
So he's planning to climb Mount Everest. I don't know if you've heard that.
I have, and that's dangerous.
That
But
is-
you know what? It's right up his alley.
It is terrifying, and man, I there's a lot of people who plan to climb Mount Everest,
Yeah.
and they're along the way to the top of Mount Everest still.
That's
You know
what, that's
I
what I
mean?
was
Like,
gonna say. Doesn't Mount Everest still have bodies of people that can't be recovered right
yeah,
now?
like a whole lot of like they use them as landmarks. Like, hey, when you get to the guy with the yellow jacket, make a left. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
it's a problem, dude. So hopefully he'll be successful, and he'll live to
He
tell
will.
about it.
He's very resilient, so I'm confident he'll make it to the top of Mount Everest.
Of Mount Everest. And what a flex that is.
That would be like how many people actually been to the top of Mount Everest?
And lived
I
to tell
assume
about
not a lot.
Not a lot. Not a lot. Way more are probably on the way. It's fucked up. So yeah, man. So in addition to Edge, I guess we should talk. I just kicking this out. It looks like CM Punk, has been teased on WWE TV. And let's just say that this was, CM Punk leaves AEW, goes to WWE, Edge leaves WWE and heads to AEW. Who do you think is going to have like the greater impact on screen and off screen in the locker room between Edge and CM Punk?
Off screen, I feel like Edge will have a better impact. On screen, CM Punk is just the view of him back in the WWE ring once again. That would be insane, and everybody gonna lose their minds.
Where allegedly they're teasing something with him and Seth, and I guess Seth said something about being the best in the world last week. Michael Cole did this really weird thing where he like came in a ring and just started talking shit. Oh, Seth, you suck. Your feet stink. You know what I mean? Like, all kinds of shit to him. And he was like, yeah, you're just basically being a puppet. And that puppet joint set people off to a Ring of Honor promo that Punk cut. Do you think they're teasing him, or do you think they're just fucking with us?
I feel like they're just fucking with us. I really don't see a world where CM Punk comes back, especially after all the drama he did in AEW. You really want to bring that backstage? I mean, WWE wouldn't put up with that anyway. But you really want to bring him back to start drama in the WWE locker room?
I mean, I wonder if they just make it perfectly clear, dude. If you fuck this up, it's a wrap. But I don't see it, man.
I don't think that would matter because he literally just was suspended for beating up the Young Bucks and stuff. So I assume they would give him some repercussions after that. Be like, yo, you gotta chill, and then he just goes haul off and sucker punch Jungle Boy allegedly.
But Tony is a very different promoter from Vincent Kennedy. And Tony, I'm sure, runs a very different locker room from Vincent Kennedy. So I feel like certain things, if they were to happen in Vincent Kennedy's locker room, would be immediately, you know what I mean? Immediately
Yeah.
exposed.
I do think Vince will handle business more than Tony Khan did, but yeah, I don't know. I still can't see them bringing him back though.
I'm fascinated by the whole thing. I'm glad to see the Edge is going to be over there to, locker room leadership is huge in wrestling.
Yeah.
So it'll be really good to have somebody with Edge's, experience on that roster.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best part of Edge being there. He's supposed to have a full-time schedule. As much as I want to see him in ring, him outside of the ring, the amount he's going to help these younger talent that don't understand how TV works, how WWE works, that it's gonna change things in a major way in AEW.
It is the rated R era.
Oh yeah. Have you heard of his nicknames?
Oh no.
He trademarked the Rogue is my favorite. The Rogue, Adam Copeland.
I like that.
Legend, Iconoclast. I forgot what the other one was.
Okay, those two are nice. They're
But
nice.
I like the Rogue.
I like the Rogue. The Rogue is tough. Iconoclast. I feel like, didn't someone else use Iconoclast, or am I tripping?
I felt like I heard it somewhere before.
Yeah, I feel like, it sounds like something Ric Flair-y. I don't think that he used it, but it sounds like something along those lines.
Yeah.
So last night, man, Tommaso Ciampa's getting his ass beat by the Imperium, and out comes Johnny Gargano.
Yes.
Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, DIY, back in the building, man. What were your thoughts?
I was super excited. Finally, we've been begging for it for a while. Apparently, Tommaso Ciampa's been begging for it for a while. The fact that it's actually happening, I'm all for it.
It was great to see them together. You know, I was like, oh man, this is going to be awesome. We're going to see the double super kick, and then the Chucky promo pops up, and I'm like, dude, come on, please time this better.
I saw that.
I was like, dude, why?
I was like, bro,
why would you do it like this? There were so many things that did not need to be on the show that just popped up. It just destroyed that moment. But it was really dope to see the two of them together. How long before you get them into that title picture in the WWE?
For me, I'd say almost immediately, but because it's WWE, I'd say they're gonna hold out for at least another 6 months. They're gonna do some dumb stuff with Imperium. Hopefully, we get like tag matches against Imperium, Kaiser, and Vinci.
I'd love to see Imperium with those straps. Now as you mention it,
they would be great with those tag titles. But I don't feel like WWE's going to hit on it immediately. You know, they're kind of slow to react on stuff.
It's so now it's going to be Cody and Jay against the Judgment Day, and after them, Sammy and KO get the winners. So I'm like, geez, just we have other tag teams. We've got others. There are other people there.
We're pretty sure Judgment Day is going to retain the title. So
yeah,
Judgment Day, Sammy and KO again.
Jeez, I do not need that match again, like for a very, very long time, ever.
Yeah,
I don't need it forever.
Hangman Page versus Swerve.
Yes,
match of the night.
Yes,
I didn't expect it to be that much of a banger, but they put on a show, man.
They did, man. Swerve is top tier. People been sleeping on Swerve for a minute.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm glad
he's superstar level. He is main event level. And I said in my review, I hope they both get title shots after this because they prove that they're great after this match. I'm
glad he's getting to do his thing on the mic. You know what I mean? We always knew what he could do in the ring, but I'm glad to see him just really flexing on the mic. And dude, he beat Hangman Adam Page. That's a huge win for Swerve.
Right, former world champion. So shouldn't that mean that push him to the main event level?
I mean, at some point, I feel like, I know he's been pushing to be the first black AEW champion, which would be, I can't see if, he deserves it. You know what I mean? I'd be here for it.
I'm down. I'm not too big of the mogul affiliates, though.
Oh, the squad around him?
Yeah, I don't feel like they match up with him properly. I just feel like they need to change. They need to do something. They kind of just like background characters.
Yeah.
Other than Prince Nana, he's usually there ringside during Swerve's matches.
I gotta get back into the AEW product, man. I feel bad. I don't watch it as much as I should or at all. I feel like I should watch it. You know what I mean?
You should definitely just get a rundown and get a gist of it.
You know what? It'll be a lot easier when it's on Max because the pay-per-views are what throw me off. So
yeah, that's always rough for me.
Yeah,
I'm that's $60 gonna be every month now.
And what's wild is we're on TikTok, we're on Wrestle Talk, right? And occasionally, you can flip through the lives and you can see, oh well, this person is clearly enjoying it. I'm not going to say how you know that they're enjoying it, but you can see that they're enjoying it. I could not see that anyone was enjoying it on lives because AEW has got that shit on lock. They shut it down immediately. They shut my video down. I have one video. They cut that shit off. They were like, nope.
Yeah, I feel like it's hurting them more to be that strict though. Not with the live, because obviously you
lose buys with the lives.
pay-per-view, but just like reposting stuff.
Yeah, like recaps that gets people excited.
Exactly, that's helping you. That's gonna make people go to your product because when they see that, it's like, oh, maybe I should check that out.
Tony's like, nah, check it out with $60.
Run them pockets. Tony.
Run them pockets. No, but that Hangman and Shane Strickland, Swerve Strickland, was fire. And then No Mercy, man. Bro.
No Mercy was crazy as well. match of the night for me. Dragunov and Hayes, banger. Well, there were some crazy spots, elbows everywhere, some kicks everywhere. I believe Dragunov powerbomb Hayes onto like the steel steps or something.
Good
If I
God.
remember correctly. Oh, two crazy spots. Midair Insiguri. Dragunov jumped up for like a punch or something. Hayes just fucking caught him with Insiguri midair. Looked like a superhero spot. That was crazy.
Yo, Hayes
And,
is next level, man.
And then springboard bulldog Hayes hit. That was crazy as well, man. It was nice.
Man, I am so excited about this next group of NXT talent. Like when they do come to the main roster, just don't, I don't want anybody watered down. I like how Hayes has like the special entrance. And I know the WWE likes to skimp on entrances when people get to the main roster. I'm like, please don't do that. You know I'm excited about Swerve, man. I'm sorry, about Trick, the new North American champion. Even if he loses it tonight, I don't care. I don't care. Trick is the North American champion, man. Congratulations to that guy.
The fact that he got acknowledged is good in itself.
Yeah. Out here doing spots on Raw and all of that. What do you think they're going to do with that? By the time this comes out, whatever will, it'll already be done. But
I hope they don't be cheap and just take the title right back off of him.
Right.
I don't want Judgment Day to break up, and I wanted them to hold the titles to all of them can stay strong, but it'll be really cheap if they just have him win the championship and lose it right back again. But I don't see that happening. I see Dom taking the title right.
I do, man. I don't care. Trick is always going to be the champion to me, damn it.
That's my champion.
It's my champion. Mine. Anything else do we need to catch up about No Mercy? I know the women's championship match was a little wild.
Oh yeah, Becky Lynch came out Raven style. Shopping cart full of goodies.
Yes. I heard there were like Barbie dolls and all of that stuff, like all kinds of shit.
Yeah, she pulled out the black bag. Everybody thinking it's thumbtacks. Nope. It's Barbie.
There's a Gabby Gilbert on the Indies. She's got like a really colorful, almost like old school Bayley type of character. Mm-hmm. And she's wrestling this hardcore matchup. And she pulls out the black bag and she dumps it out. And it's fucking Lucky Charms. And I'm like, it was the funniest shit ever. I'm like, who's cleaning that shit up? It was like Lucky Charm marshmallows everywhere, all mashed into the mat. Oh, it was great, man.
That's hilarious. I love how everybody's being creative with this. Like Mick Foley, I don't know if he started it, but he's the first one I remember doing the thumbtack spot. And everybody since then has just been doing. Orange Cassidy did Legos, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bitch.
Danhausen did the teeth.
So
I love how everybody's being creative.
I love it,
it's
man.
Fun. One more from No Mercy, Noam Dar and Butch.
Oh,
that was a nice match. They did like what was the cup? The Heritage Cup. There was like 6 rounds.
Yeah,
I kind of broke it up for me, but during the first 2 rounds, they kind of like it slowed stuff down. But as they went on, they did stuff in between the rounds to like make it more interesting. But it was still a really fun match.
Stellar. We say this every week. This is a great time to be a fan of pro wrestling, man. There's just so much out there for you.
There's quality everywhere. Like from NXT to AEW, it's just quality wrestling.
Why was Tony so upset at the rumor that he had purchased New Japan?
I don't know.
What was that? He
I
was
don't
so
know
annoyed. Like, he was like annoyed about it almost. Interesting. I hope he didn't.
Yeah, that's kind of taking away another place for wrestlers to go to. But I would understand him getting the tape library if he go into Max or something.
Yeah, well, that would actually be pretty dope. Then you can tell like the full stories of some of your guys, and maybe even you get into like the documentary deal, kind of like the 24 and all. You run it back on some folks. Maybe even partner with WWE to license some of their footage. Oh,
that'll never happen.
It never happened. Not without Tony buying that too.
If anything, I would think he would buy Impact.
I could see that. I could totally see him buying Impact. Lovely time to be a wrestling fan.
Wrestling everywhere. Being purchased.
Just wanted to run through some quick poll results before we get into our predictions, where I reclaim my Raw Impact Radio Championship.
Please.
Thank you.
Take it.
Are you handing it to me?
Yes. My shoulder. My doctor said my shoulder will never be the same again.
It's like blistering and all that.
There's ligaments and muscle tears that I didn't even know were possible.
It's like Freddy Krueger's shoulder on one. Like,
right. You ever watch Scary Movie 2 where the guy had the little hand? Like that's how my head's gonna
man.
be.
Oh, that mashed potato scene lives forever in my head for no fucking reason. You want to know how old I am? I saw that shit in movie theaters. And that mashed potato hand spot, dude, that shit. Oh, man. That and the, there's another scene, but let's just say buckets of stuff. And I'm just going to leave it there. That shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
They done that spot on another show that was on like regular TV.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck did y'all get away with that?
That's what I wanted.
How did you get away? There was like a sketch comedy show. It wasn't in Living Color. They got away with it. I was like, dude, how? Just real quick, I just do want to run through some poll results, and I want to say thank you to everyone who participates in the polls on Spotify. This is an area that we just newly discovered. But, I know I was putting in the questions, but I was like, well, how do I find out if anyone responded? Oh, I can just click on the responses tab, and it'll show me where people responded. So we just want to run it back. We asked the question about whether or not Cody Rhodes or The Rock should face off against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. And 41% of you said that The Rock should face off against Roman Reigns, which means that 59% of you really want to see Cody versus Roman at WrestleMania 40.
That Rhodes family runs deep.
It does run deep, man. You tried to get me in some shit, too. That's fucked up. You know, I thought we were cool. You really tried. You tagged. You was like, yeah, let me tag Cody, Triple H, all of the T.O., everybody. You tried to get me beat up. Damn. I say one little thing about Cody Rhodes. He was like, yeah, I got something for your ass, Sir Blackston. Damn shit. I thought we were cool.
I'm Maury Povich out here, bro. Oh, no, Jerry Springer. Getting it started out here.
We asked you, where should Jade Cargill debut? And 81% of you said the WWE. 19% said NXT. No one wants NXT, apparently, but it looks like that might be the case.
Yeah, as time goes on, I'm thinking she should go to NXT.
Yeah.
Especially since they're kind of blurring the lines between the main roster and NXT anyway.
Right.
Let her get in there and put on a few banger matches for a while.
And help their numbers. They can use it, I'm sure. I think they're going up
and then she can still show up on Raw every once in a while as well anyway. But I feel like she should debut like on Raw though.
Okay, so have her debut maybe in an NXT championship match with Tegan Nox and Becky Lynch.
Yep.
And then have Jade Cargill do her thing from that point forward.
Yeah. Face off with Lynch, you know. Tease whether she win it or not, tease that she's gonna go after the women's championship.
Bro, what if at Survivor Series we get Becky Lynch versus Jade Cargill and the debut of CM Punk? Wouldn't that be some shit?
That would be insane.
In Chicago.
In Chicago.
We do have to get into our predictions. So why don't we take a quick break? We'll come back. We'll do our predictions. We'll do Q&A, including yours from Spotify. Because, again, this is shit that I'm just finding out. Okay? So we have questions.
Discovered questions.
Also. Exactly. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll do the Q&A. We'll do the predictions, and we'll be back after this.
Sir Blackston,
Oh, motherfucking Moss.
the masked hope.
I hate when they make these groups and then they lose. How are they going to get over losing?
Raw Impact Radio.
Raw Impact Radio. I am Sir Blackston. He is, for now,
Hashtag and still reigning, defending, undisputed Raw Impact Radio champion, the masked hope.
Yeah. by Raw Impact Radio champion for now, he means forever.
and I mean for now, because so we're about to get into our predictions. And Masked Hope, man, first off, I want to congratulate you on a potentially historic run. Why do I say potentially historic? Because we have no fucking idea of how long I was champion. But I do want to congratulate you, man, because you have been cooking. Again, I've said this in the past. You've carried this company as the Raw Impact Radio champion. However, my friend, your time has come. And so has mine. I've been without for too long. People have seen my right shoulder for way too many episodes of this podcast. And it's time for my baby to come back home to Daddy Blackston. Is that a weird name? Should I not be Daddy Blackston?
Oh, I definitely won't call you that.
No. I don't want you to. No. But Daddy Blackston. Oh, man, as the champ, hell yeah.
Yeah, this championship. As much as my muscles have atrophied in the shoulder right now, I think I might just hang on to this. Maybe I'll atrophy the other shoulder.
No, it's going to hang on to you, buddy. That thing is huge. That thing is ginormous. It takes up like your entire torso, man. That shit is crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not a small guy. It's just the size of how huge this thing is.
Dude, I have only held it once. Literally only once. And it was put it in a mailbox and send it to you. Yeah, I haven't I feel like I've forgotten what it's like.
It's more times than you need to tell.
Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to go into our predictions for WWE Fastlane. And, of course, whoever has the most correct predictions will become your new Raw Impact Radio champion. So,
how can I be new champion when I'm still champion?
That's a little Michael Cole throwback, by the way. WrestleMania 15, WrestleMania of 1999 in Philly. Michael Cole says, "Yeah, we're going to have some shots of the brand new WWE champion." It was either Lawler or Ross. Whoever was with him was like, "Shut the fuck up." they cut it out of like the replays. You can't even find it on the network anymore. He didn't say "shut the fuck up," but he did say it was scary because they knew that he fucked up. All these old ass stories. Let's get into this thing, man. First off, as the champion, you get to choose which block you will predict for, the red block or the blue block. Right now, as of record time, there are only 5 announced matches. In the red block, we've got Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight Championship. Io Sky versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair for the Women's Championship, and Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso for the Tag Team Championship. In the blue block, you've got the LWO. Oh, you know what I realized? Oh, whatever. The LWO versus Bobby and the Street Profits. There's no name for this faction, so Bobby and the Street Profits. And you've got John Cena and LA Knight versus the Bloodline. What I just realized is there's no championship match in the blue block at all. So maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be able to make a change without your prior approval, with you being the champion. But it's up to you whether or not you'd like to put a championship match in the blue block.
I'll allow it just because I'm a fair and fighting champion.
Okay.
You want to do the Flair?
Yeah, why not? Because that one has like the triple threat anyway. All right, cool. Yeah. So we will make Cena, Knight, and the Bloodline is going to be red now. All right. So just disregard everything that I just said, because now John Cena and LA Knight versus the Bloodline has jumped ship. Okay, it has pulled an edge to AEW, and it is now on the red block. And Asuka versus Io Sky and Charlotte Flair has pulled a CM Punk and jumped ship to AEW. Well, to the blue block. So, yeah, we got that right the first time. It's just, editing is awesome.
Nailed it.
So as the champion, you get to choose which block you'd like to represent.
I'm gonna go champion's advantage and just take the red block.
Red block? All right, cool. So let's start off with the red block. We'll go Judgment Day versus Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso for the tag team championships. The undisputed tag team championships.
Well, of course I'm going to pick Judgment Day. I don't see a world where Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso are tag champions. That just don't make any sense to me. Don't know why it's even happening, but hey, we got here. So yeah, I'm Judgment Day's retaining them championships.
All right, cool. And that's your final pick.
Yeah, much like I will retain my championship.
Okay, good deal. Well, that is definitely wishful thinking on at least one of those. I'm going to say yours. As far as the Judgment Day and Cody Rhodes, here's the deal. I mean, yeah, it doesn't make much sense, okay? Doesn't make any sense for Jey Uso to be teaming up with Cody Rhodes. But you know what? What does make sense? What does? Nia Jax fought Shayna Baszler to start off the show last night, and we heard nothing else about it after that. Nothing makes sense. You know what does make sense? You know what does make sense? Separating those tag team championships. So if Cody ends up going to SmackDown and Jay ends up staying on Raw, now we got a reason. Now we got reasons for those tag team championships to go in opposite directions. This is it. This is how Cody finishes his story. By becoming the tag team champions alongside the cousin of Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, finishing Cody's story. That's all he's ever has he been a tag team champion? Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Don't answer that. This is how Cody finishes the story, and congratulations to Tio's uncle, because it's going down. He will have finished it. He will finish the story. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso as the new tag team champions.
Well, I need whatever sauce you want. I need to sip some of Grandpa's cough medicine. You want that good stuff.
Oh, man.
There's no way Cody's going to win these tag team titles. Like they said never say never in the crazy world of wrestling, but I'm saying never. That's never going to.
I mean, you could always say that Drew McIntyre is probably going to come out and destroy Cody, and Jimmy and, Solo are probably going to come out and fuck with. But you know what? Potatoes, okay? It applies. Don't look. It applies. Potatoes, oranges, all of it.
That's how that saying goes, but okay.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah. So that's where we're at with that one. So for the blue block, we've got the LWO versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits, and I have never been more confident in a pick in my life as when I say that Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits will absolutely wipe the floor with the Latino World Order. I'm down for it. How do you see this going any other way? You know what I mean? If I had to pick the other way, like if I had to pick the LWO, man, I'd be shivering in my boots. I'd be scared I'm going to lose my championship if I had to pick. I mean, I don't have those sort of problems right now. Someone else does, but, we'll let that go.
Well, in the words of the great Pentacon Jr., zero, miro. No fear. I have to pick the LWO, so I'll pick the LWO, but there is no way the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley should lose to the LWO. So
now I'm nervous. Because they did lose a couple weeks ago to the LWO. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. They're gonna win. They're gonna win. They gotta win, right? Come on.
You would think that.
It's Bobby and the Profits. Former world champion Bobby Lashley. All right, former world champion Rey Mysterio. Oh shit. I'm fucked. All right, next up.
I want you to take this title back. You're not even trying.
I'm not even trying. Next up in the red block, Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World's Heavyweight Championship.
Now this is going to be the deciding one here. I'm going with Seth Rollins. As much as I want, I said this the last time, as much as I want Shinsuke to be champion, I don't see a world where he becomes champion.
Like ever. Like he's just never going to become champion.
No, WWE has no faith in him. Like they're building him stronger now than they ever been, but I don't see it happening. I really don't see it happening.
What he's been doing is I mean, at least to me, I would say that this is his best work. Do you think that with this work, he's made the case, like he's at least advanced or furthered the case for him being champion?
He's definitely furthered the case, not to the level that he becomes champion. How long has Seth been champion now? Like, was it? I feel like it's been 3 months,
at
maybe.
least about 3 months. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel like he's going for at least a 6-month reign. So I'm going Seth on this one.
So you got him losing it around the Rumble.
Yeah. That makes more sense to me.
The only reason I don't see him dropping it is because of, all of the potential matches around Mania with Gunther and CM Punk, if that ever, pans out. There's so many different Cody, you know what I mean? Depending on what they do with the Rock Roman deal. I'm in agreement with you, but not really. Not here, because I can't be. So let me tell you 100% I guarantee that Shinsuke Nakamura will walk out of Fastlane as the world heavyweight champion. Guarantee it.
Guarantee. Sure
No, I'm sorry. You know what? I misspoke. Guarantee that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to walk out as the world's heavyweight champion. All right? This is the sort of confidence we have around these parts. I don't know what they do out there, wherever you're from. I don't know what they do out there in Hopetopia. Okay? But here in Blackstonville, okay, we've got this thing on lock. Delusional? Okay. What is it, Delulu or something like that? Okay. But damn it, it's happening.
Delusionville. Okay. It's right next to what was it, Blackstonville?
Blackstonville.
Yeah, no.
Up next in the blue block. This is probably the most difficult one for me to pick. Asuka versus Io Sky versus Charlotte Flair. And it's difficult because I haven't watched SmackDown, so I don't know like where things are with these three. I know typically that when Charlotte is shoehorned into a match, it's because she hasn't been champion in a while, and they want to update their records. So I'm really nervous about this one. I am going to go with Io to retain against Charlotte and Asuka. Oh, that could be. I am not. But I said it, so I got to stand on it.
Hey, if you don't stand for something, you fall for it.
Well, wait. Now that you mention it. Nah, not yet. I mean, Charlotte. If Charlotte locks up, who's she going to be? Bianca Belair. Oh shit. Oh shit. And that's how you get to. All right. Just real quick. Just can I have time out? Can I just auto real quick myself?
You need to regroup with yourself. You know.
All right, we've deliberated.
That's all it took.
I'm gonna go Charlotte Flair. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me in the ass.
It probably will, because isn't her next win going to be the 16th World Championship?
The 15th.
Oh, 15th? Oh,
yeah.
She might take it then. I thought, because if it was 16th, I felt like they would have saved that for like around WrestleMania or something.
Yeah.
So. But I don't see her winning right now. I feel like she's off doing other stuff. Like I literally just saw her doing a model photo shoot on like Instagram or something.
I think she was up for a role, and that role got taken away by, of all people, Toni Storm.
I mean, Toni Storm is an attractive lady.
That's right, and she doesn't have Thanksgiving dinner on her face anymore.
Right, that's sad. Why they do her like that?
They did it so dirty.
But you can go on with Flair. There's no way I think Asuka's going to win, and I don't think Io's going to win either. But Io's the champion, so I'm gonna go champion's advantage and just stick with Io.
Okay. I think Charlotte. If Charlotte does win, we see some kind of a return from Bianca. It would seem that if they want to go in a direction of Bianca versus Jade at WrestleMania, they got to get the ball rolling on that now. Get it on to Charlotte, have Bianca beat Charlotte for it, and then have Jade versus Bianca at Mania.
Why can't Bianca just beat Io?
Well, because.
Or Asuka. Didn't she pin Asuka already?
Yeah, but this is Vince. This is
hey, Triple H is there.
Yeah, Triple H is there. He is around. So, hey, did you notice that everything that they promoted for last night's Raw wasn't on the show?
Yeah, you know, those last minute changes.
Yeah, man, those last minute changes now that Vince.
Well, Becky got injured at No Mercy. 11 stitches.
Did you see the actual injury?
No, I didn't. Actually.
They showed it on Raw. That shit was nasty.
I missed that.
Pretty nice gash there.
Yeah. You get for using barbed wire and stuff and all that.
So
Barbie dolls are crazy.
Dog, have you ever fallen on a Barbie doll?
Nah, but apparently it gives you 11 stitches.
You damn right.
We're talking about Legos, man. These Barbies need to be banned.
For real. Malibu especially, man. That bitch crazy. So yeah, you went Io Sky. So I guess the last match to pick here is going to be not the Judgment Day. It's going to be the Bloodline versus John Cena and LA Knight. This is his pick.
Now every time I hear LA Knight, I just have to say yeah. It's like a trigger now. I feel like I got Tourette's.
It's like the whoa thing.
Yeah, pretty much. LA Knight, yeah. It's like involuntary. You can't even.
What if Cody does do like in real life? Every time he says "whoa," he has to throw his arms up.
Yeah, it's a trigger at this point.
He's watching the movie. Thanos died. Whoa! You're like, is that just his thing that he has while he's driving and shit? He takes his hands off the wheel. Whoa! You gotta make this left. Is that what life is like as Cody Rhodes?
I think that's completely accurate. It's definitely accurate.
Who you got, man?
You gotta go Cena Knight. You got to. It's John Cena. When is he and LA Knight the most over man in the company? When is John Cena and LA Knight gonna team like together again? And Roman ain't gonna be there, so I can see the Bloodline losing and then Roman chewing them out on the next episode. I'm gonna go Cena Knight.
Okay.
And with that, switch shoulders. I could atrophy this shoulder. With that, I'll retain my Raw Impact Radio World Championship.
That is a great pick, actually. That is a great pick. I guess I have to pick the Bloodline, don't I?
It kind of do.
Damn math and odds and shit. All right, fine. Yeah. Fine. I'll take the Bloodline in this one. I have an option. Now, here's the deal. If they come up with a new match on Friday's SmackDown, how do we? Maybe we'll jump on live or something like that, and we'll do our predictions like that.
That sounds good. Just jump on live, pick it real quick, and chat with the fans for a second or something.
Now, but the only way that people are going to know to check our TikToks or whatever is they got to follow us. So they got to follow you at The Masked Hope, and they got to follow me at Sir Blackston. So that way, they'll find out when we do go live and do this. They'll get an alert. Or the way the TikTok's been treating me, they won't. Not only won't they, but they're going to be banned and blocked. Okay?
and unsubscribe. All
exactly. That. You'll never get a notification from me. But no, I think that makes a lot of sense. So if you are interested in that, should another match be introduced, you want to go ahead, you want to follow The Masked Hope, you want to follow Sir Blackston so that way we can get this thing going. So now I guess we should get into the Q&A. Elijah McNeil, what are your thoughts on WWE repurposing old pay-per-view names like No Mercy and In Your House, and what other ones should they bring back?
I'm fine with it. I feel like they're only doing this to keep them away from AEW, though. And if they don't use them, just get rid of them.
That's a good point.
What one I would like for them to bring back? Armageddon. I always like the name of that pay-per-view.
See, the pay-per-view names are dope. I like that they're bringing them back. It's cool that they're bringing them back. They bring back fond memories, but they always remind me of the old ones. Fuck the names. Yeah. Bring back the sets. I want separate sets for every pay. Sure, it costs a ton of money, but you just made a ton of money. You just made tons and tons of money. I want separate sets for each pay-per-view, man. That really, like the house for In Your House, you know what I mean? Like the little swinging sickles or whatever it was for No Mercy and for Backlash. Dude, I love that shit.
That was my favorite, the sickles. That was awesome. Sure. Yeah, I do miss that as well. I miss the SmackDown fist.
Yeah. I forget which In Your House it was, but Shawn Michaels swinging off of the top of the house onto the deal as like a precursor to him sliding down on at WrestleMania 12, man. I like the sets. They can all be named NXT generic pay-per-view numbers 1 through 3 or 1 through whatever, and just have different sets and I'll be good.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
No, they could all just be called Takeover with different sets.
Yeah, I feel like that's why they start bringing back the names, because the Takeover name got redundant, hard to keep track of.
I liked it.
Takeover Brooklyn 2, Takeover Brooklyn 25. It's like,
bro, those Takeover Brooklyn matches just hit different. The Brooklyn Takeovers just always hit different, man.
Yeah. But the crowd makes these matches.
Yes.
That's why I hate when they go to a dead city. And it's probably why they don't come to Hershey often, because we're not that we're not huge wrestling fans in Hershey.
I low-key, well, you were front and center last time, man. You were like, it was
Dude,
Raw featuring the Masked Hope.
I was making sure. I was making sure all the NPCs was making noise out here.
No, it is really cool, man. I would love to see that. And I was cool with the naming of the city and all of that stuff. It kind of made it, territorial.
It made it more personable, yeah. But I like that they're bringing back the old names.
AK, the real one. I would rather see a feud between the Bloodline and the Almighty Suit Prophets. What would you think about that?
I don't want that, because then the Almighty Suit Prophets are gonna lose.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that would have been cool. Like in the early days of the Hurt Business, when Bobby, Shelton, and Cedric were all champions, and Roman, Jay, and Jimmy were all champions. That's when I wanted to see that, and they had it lined up right for Survivor Series. Unfortunately, they had the Hurt Business lose the tag team championships like a week after Bobby won his world championship. Just stupid, and we didn't get it at that time. I don't want to see it now, because, as Hope said, they'll lose. I don't want them to lose.
Yeah, I'll just be sad, sad.
Yeah. I didn't like them losing the other week against the LWO.
No, fellow was unnecessary. You're supposed to be building them up. I see what they're trying to do, but probably Bobby Lashley motivating them. But I'd rather you just book them strong for them to win.
Why do they have to be motivated? Like other teams, when they get put together, they don't have to be motivated like that. You know what I mean? Like, why are we motivating these guys?
And they were great before they got with Bobby. They start teaming with Bobby, now they losing. And he has to motivate them.
Exactly.
That don't follow the trajectory.
Bro, come on. And again, you get trained that if this is a team or a faction and they're together, at some point they're going to be split up by the WWE, man. We got to stop that shit.
Yeah.
Kyle Goff. We have seen a Mountain Dew Pitch Black match. What other flavors of Mountain Dew need to sponsor matches, and what would that match be? I don't know a ton of Mountain Dew flavors.
Well, there's Voltage, Code Red, and something else.
Okay.
But I like Voltage, so let's have a electrified fence, electrified steel cage.
Ooh, okay, okay, torture.
Mountain Dew Voltage match. Speaking of matches, they banned a bunch of matches now.
Who?
WWE. They've probably already been banned, but it actually came out that they banned First Blood, Bra and Panties, something else.
When was the last time we saw a Bra and Panties match?
Exactly. So these have already been banned. It's just coming out now that the barbed wire match is another one they banned. Like it said, basically extreme matches are banned, and blading will never return, according to Ringside News.
Well, in exchange for that, we did get the Viking Rules match.
Oh, whoa.
We got the Pitch Black match, as we mentioned earlier. We got a whole bunch of joints, which are all just no disqualification matches. Do we need to name them all? Or can they just be no disqualification?
They should just be no disqualification. But I understand WWE wants branding. So they're going to always make something different so you could be like, ooh, I want to see this.
Was it like a tribal rules match at SummerSlam? It's just a they didn't even go all out and like have torches and shit. It was just a no disqualification match.
Yeah. It's pretty basic, but they want that branding to keep it interesting. The branding will make you watch it, because then you'll be like, ooh, what's going to happen here?
There
and then
go.
It's just a no disqualification.
It's just the same match. Except I will say that for the first Viking Rules match, they had like the boat. Like they had a whole bunch of like Viking related shit. It was just
Every once in a while they surprise you, but more often than not, it's just going to be no disqualification.
Where has Sheamus been? Is he injured?
Yeah, he's injured.
Okay.
A really bad shoulder injury, apparently.
Ooh, okay. I want to see him in AEW.
Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh, the bar. The return of the bar, bro. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Fire. Him versus Moxley? Oh my god. Oh man. CMF. Why do people give AEW a pass on how they book their women? Case in point, one women's match at WrestleDream. Only one. If WWE did the same thing, #women deserve better would be already trending but not with AEW.
All right. Number one, they get a pass because they're new. I feel like their time's running out on that though, so they need to get something going with that. Number two, their women's roster is not that extensive, not as extensive as WWE is. Right now, Britt Baker's injured, Thunder Rosa's injured. Their main people they go to are injured right now. So, not saying that they couldn't put another women's match on that card because honestly, there was maybe one match they could have taken off there. I felt Ricky Stark's match didn't need to be on there. No shade to Ricky Starks. He's an amazing competitor, but it felt like it wasn't necessary. You probably could have put Toni Storm or Saraya or Willow Nightingale. She's incredible. You probably could have put her in there somewhere. But I feel like it's because they knew they get a pass, and because their roster isn't as stacked as WWE, they also get a pass.
Yeah, I honestly, I hear a lot about AEW's women's division. I don't know that they get a total pass. I don't think that people are any more down on the WWE about their women's division than they are on AEW, unless there's something that people are hearing that I'm not hearing. But,
yeah, no, I'm not. I don't hear anything.
Yeah,
about
that's
WWE.
Like I haven't heard a lot of people down on AEW about their women, on WWE about their women's division.
Yeah, but they've actually been doing a whole lot better. So, not lately, at least. Previously, yeah, but lately they've been killing it. Just with Rhea's run, I mean,
Right.
She hasn't really been defending the championship, but just with Rhea alone, she's top of the card pretty much.
Yeah,
Becky Lynch is killing it.
Jade Cargill, they're showing these vignettes for her and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
nothing's
they
happening on
actually
SmackDown
been
at
booking
all.
their women's division pretty well. So.
No, there's nothing going on SmackDown women's division, but aside from that, no, I don't see it. But who knows? So that would, yeah. And then so we got a whole bunch of questions through the Spotify app, and I didn't even realize it, dude. I just found these joints. So let's see. Let's start off with Morrow.Mun. Amazing, but what happened to video? Huh. Well, the easy answer is we took video and we moved it over to YouTube. So if you want to see the video of the podcast, you can check it out on YouTube. You're in your car, you're just listening, you're driving or whatever, whatever. Spotify. It's on Spotify. Does it mean it's going to be like that forever? Hell no. This episode might be on Spotify. Who knows?
Yeah, basically, we're still growing. We're still learning. So we're trying out new things to see what advances us to the next level. So bear with us. Check us out on YouTube. Listen to us on Spotify.
And we appreciate any of your feedback too. There's a little slot that said, what did you think about this show? If ever you want to just toss something in there, it's private. It's just between Hope and I and you. And you know what I mean? And it'll, any of that feedback is greatly appreciated. So I appreciate that question from Morrow.
Most definitely. Positive criticism is always accepted.
Ito Rosario just said fire, so that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Boost our egos a little bit. Yeah.
Zeus, who are your top 5 best all-around wrestlers? A person who can cut a mean promo and won't disappoint in the ring. I wonder if they mean all-time or current.
I feel like they no. I would think all time, and I would think they just mean well-rounded wrestlers.
Man, do you want to go one for one, or do you...
Let's go one for one, because I'm still on the fence about a couple people.
All right, my number one all time in terms of promo and in ring is interchangeable between two people, but today, because it's Tuesday, I'm going to go with The Rock.
Damn, yeah, that was going to be my pick too.
Yeah. All right, cool. So we're in agreement there.
Yeah. The Rock was incredible all around. I hear people say his in-ring was terrible, though. Like, I don't agree with that at all.
I saw that.
Like,
I don't know what people are talking about.
Yeah, he had bangers with Stone Cold, Triple H, everybody.
Yeah. You gotta remember, at that time, things were a lot different. You know what I mean? It's not that they couldn't do some of the stuff that they did today. It's that's not what the audience dictated. A 20-minute banger, a 30-minute banger, you weren't getting that back then. Hell, at one point, all of the World's Championship matches, all the WWF or WWE Championship matches were all no disqualification. All of them. And that came down. Like, it was just a different time. You're not going to get, a 6-star showcase back then.
Yeah.
They did what was asked of them. And The Rock was at the top of the list.
Yeah, pretty much.
So who's your number two?
All around, I'm gonna go Macho Man.
Ooh.
In ring, his promos, just everything. His gear, his gimmick, all around Macho Man. Definitely one of them.
His presentation, man. I wish I could have seen him perform live.
Right.
That's one. If
I could go back in time.
Yeah. Damn. I think I put that out. If you could go back in time for any one wrestling moment, what would it be? But yeah, no, that would have been fire. For me, my number two is Chris Jericho. I mean, a guy reinvents himself literally every few years, or whatever. We get another version of Chris Jericho. I think he's kind of stagnated over these past few years, in that like each version of him is basically the last version with a new name.
Yeah, he's basically doing the greatest hits lately.
Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing like, and maybe it's just the way that he debuted on Raw that one time. But he's been in my top three since then. But that's just me. Who's your number three?
Not Chris Jericho.
Huh.
I'm going Eddie Guerrero. His promos weren't that crazy, but it was more his on-screen interactions that were best. And of course his in-ring was immaculate. Can't get any better than Eddie Guerrero's in-ring.
Facts. My number three is going to be HBK. HBK held it down. He lacked on the promo side early on. He got a lot better as time progressed, but he lacked on the promo side early on. It's kind of the reason that Bret Hart isn't on this list for me. Is because his promos were like not stellar.
Yeah, going back listening to Bret Hart promo, it's very meh.
Yeah, it's like super, like not even cringe. It's just, well, some of it is cringe. You know what I mean? It's just, it doesn't work out. So yeah, that's my number three.
Even Bret Hart's catchphrase, "Best there is, best there was, best there ever will be." It's pretty cheesy.
So who's your number? Who's your number four?
My number four is gonna, of course, I don't know how anybody could not have him in their number four. It's gonna be Rikishi. No, no.
He did it for The Rock. He did it for the people.
So I'm saying, the greatest promo of all time. Look how memorable that promo is.
Forever, dude.
It's stained in our minds forever.
Stained. It's something else that we associate with Rikishi.
Aw.
Dude, he put his ass in people's faces. Like, that was the job. People kissed his ass. Stains are associated.
And apparently he powdered his ass for people he liked, and he farted into people he didn't face. But no, my real number four, I want to put a recent guy in here. So I'm going to throw Seth Rollins in.
Ooh. Oh, man. That is hilarious because my number four is Roman Reigns.
Wow.
Yeah. That is hilarious, man. Yeah, I got Roman, man. The work that he's doing is just incredible. I think the thing that separates him and Seth for me is the way that they carry their championships. And prior to this, it's been shit from Roman. But this latest championship run has been incredible. And the only thing keeping Seth out of it is that when he gets a championship, it's like, it's like
it's consolation
it drags.
It's
you know what I mean?
secondary.
It drags.
But I'm not looking at the reign because Roman's only since this bloodline stuff happened has he actually been doing good work. That's a bit heavy to say.
Yeah, it's like damn near 4 years.
Yeah,
you've only been good for the past 4 years.
He's been doing good work, but only since this bloodline thing has been like relevant, important, and people actually want to see it. But this whole time, Seth Rollins has been putting on bangers, keeping people interested. One of the greatest moments in wrestling history is him turning on the rest of the Shield.
And then another one is his cash in at WrestleMania.
So I'm saying, Seth Rollins, he's going down as one of the greatest.
Oh yeah, absolutely, he is. He is. So you're not wrong if you say either one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
You're just super right if you say Roman Reigns. Who's your number five?
I don't know. You give me your number five.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You know what?
Stone Cold, even though his matches, again, like what was asked of them at the time, It's very different than what is asked of them right now. But I got Steve Austin as that number 5 slot. Dude, when he was the man at the top of the chain, he did his thing. When he wasn't, when he was in ECW, when he was doing his thing in WCW, he was still the man. Steve Austin is one of the all-time greats as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, 100%. He's definitely like top 2, if anything, in my book. But I'm going to choose somebody that is quite cerebral in his work.
Oh,
I'm going to put Triple H as my number 5.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just, milder version of Triple H. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way that I react to it.
One of the greatest of all time, you know?
Yeah, he is. Man. Yep.
I don't subscribe to that notion, actually. I mean, he's probably like top 15 for me in real life. But as terms of him being like well-rounded in-ring promos and all that, he's pretty good.
I'll give the devil his due. He is definitely one of the best on the mic now. I think that he definitely proved himself to be one of the all-time greats. Now, where he is on that list of all-time greats is, that varies from person to person, but I can see how you could have him in your top 5. Damn, we still have another question. But wait, is this one that we kind of... All right. We've had this in the past. And that, by the way, that last question was from Zeus, so I appreciate that. Derek Grindrod asks, if and when do you think Matt Cardona going to come back to WWE, and do you think he's going to bring Steph DeLander with him?
Steph DeLander?
I was going to say, who is Steph DeLander? Steph DeLander.
I think he does have a chick with him. Maybe
cool.
That's her.
I feel like he's got a chick in WWE though.
Yeah, his actual woman. I feel like there's someone to teams with him though.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm guessing, but when he comes back to WWE, who knows?
Yeah,
he cut a promo on what was Instagram or something where he was like frustrated with the Indies and it was raining and it was like, Vince called me or whatever. So,
is he trolling with those?
That's. He is a worker, just like Edge is a worker. Edge said all that stuff out. He loved WWE and all that stuff. But people don't understand. Edge is like one of the main guys that lies so much.
Bro, Christian in the press conference ahead of time, he just completely deflected everybody off the set.
Yeah. He said, what did he say? I only speak for me and Luchasaurus or something like that. Yeah. But wrestlers lie.
Yeah.
So,
you probably are being worked if they're talking.
Yeah, it's just like back in ancient Rome. This is way off topic. Back in ancient Rome, actors weren't allowed to testify before the courts because they were considered professional liars. So, it's the same thing. I mean, you can't take a wrestler's on-screen word for it.
I get the logic. I understand. I get the logic there.
So, when he's going to come back, who knows?
Yeah.
If anything, I would say Royal Rumble would be best.
Dude, I'll be glad to see him whenever he does get back.
Yeah, I feel like he would do some great work because he's perfected his craft on the indies.
Oh man, anything else this week, or is this a wrap, sir?
I feel like it's close to being a wrap, but there's always one thing I want to mention. If you made it to this point in the podcast, go ahead and drop us a 5-star on Spotify. That helps us push the podcast, help us make a little bit of change, and help boost our egos a little bit. And I forgot what I was gonna say. So yeah, help us out. Drop us a 5-star. Oh, and like the YouTube channel, watch the full video podcast on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, if you have any feedback, you can go ahead and drop it in the Spotify.
That's what's the other thing I wanted to say. Yeah.
Directly to
drop us some feedback. Positive or negative, just make sure it's constructive.
Yeah.
And we will listen. We want to improve. We want to boost our following. We want to be better for our audience. So if you got any feedback for us, let us know.
That's right.
Be respectful
for you.
Don't have tact out here.
Well, you know what? Everyone who said something in there was pretty tactful. I love it. I love it. You want to let people know where to follow you?
Yeah, I'm the Mass Hope, your Raw Impact Radio champion now and forever. And you can you can check me out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube for your daily wrestling news. I am on everywhere, every social media platform you want to find me.
There you go. And has your mother ever told you, maybe you're in the store with some of your friends and like one of them is stealing or all of them are stealing. And she says something like, hey, if everybody's jumping off of a bridge, are you going to jump off the bridge with them? Well, let me ask you another question. If everybody is staying on the bridge, does that also make you a follower? Huh? No? Okay, whatever. Please follow me at Sir Blackston. I'm hemorrhaging. Everyone's leaving. Everyone is leaving. I don't know what to do. Go on and follow Sir Blackston on TikTok.
Don't leave him.
Don't leave me. Okay, yeah, it was a meme. Things are getting bad. I'm going to pawn my car. Listen, I really need you guys. If you're interested in following Sir Blackston, it'll be fun. I promise. We were talking about Gen V. Okay, it's not just wrestling anymore. It's everything. Look into my eyes.
Can't see you. They're very reflective.
Not that far. No, but you can follow me at Sir Blackston, and of course you can follow the podcast at RIR Podcast, and we are out. Peace.
Thanks for checking out Raw Impact Radio. Follow us on social media at Raw Impact Radio. Available wherever you listen to podcasts.